Let's go. Okay, let's save that. Jeez, we probably lost out all our peeps. All right, sorry guys. Sorry guys. Okay, I think I'm streaming. Something just happened. I think I just lost my internet connection for a minute.
Yeah, you're back up. You better
Okay.
go on.
All right. We lost our whole crew. Well, we lost everybody. Well, there's Maxi versus. Hey, sorry guys. I don't know what happened there. I think my internet feed just took a dump for a minute. All right, so I think we're back to where I was struggling. I was trying to get to.
Pelosi in Taiwan, man.
Did she go?
I think she's going today.
Oh man, she's playing with fire. Is she gonna do it? That's fucking ballsy. I got to give her credit for that. She's a ballsy woman.
No fear in that woman. Maybe
yeah. All right, guys. Sincere apologies. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I think my internet feed just dumped for a minute. Okay, but I wanted to see how James is viewing this, but I want to pull back out to see how he's counting it off the low. Okay, looks like he's going similar idea, right? Yeah, it is, right? So here's an impulse. Okay, I see. Yeah, he's doing 3, 3. So this has to be 5, right? So he's going A, B, C. So we're going to truncate here or double bottom down here, right? Same count I was kind of playing with. It's always good to see when my brown belts have the same count that I have. Or I should say that I have the same count as my brown belts. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So he's thinking the same thing. So it looks like we can get a clean 5 up here. But he sent me a 15-minute. Did you send me a 15-minute? I think you did. Okay, so off the low, look at that. There's 5 there. Nice detail. Right, do you see that in there? That's good work, right? We got if we can label it, we got to do it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Diag. Looks like it's a diag. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Little ABC, right? It almost doesn't matter, right? It's sideways, right? That's what you're looking for in a 4. Pop for the 5. Well, we can go A, B, C on this 4. Same thing, right? Look how the 4s, right? That's how you always, not always, but that's how you identify them here. The trend pauses before we get the final kick. 1, 2. Look here, I'm telling you, no, don't go below the 15, and 15 is pretty damn good here. But again, below the 15 is where it gets squirrely. A, B, coming down for the C. So that's perfect, right? He's looking for it exactly where I was looking for it. At the golden zone. Now, what else does he have on here? Put the 200 on there. So we're under the 200 on the 15. He's got, let's put a volume profile on it. All right, so what is this? Oh, that's your value. Okay, so we'd be coming down. So look at the 65 is right at the edge of value on this whole, and that's visible range. Kind of interesting. Now here, if I just include some of this, now we're splitting the golden zone. Well, if you got that, let's see. Can we label that? Yeah, I think we can. 1, 2. We're working on the. Yeah, we want an impulse here if we can get it. Well, we don't. It doesn't have to be. We could work a diag in here. All right, if that's the 4, we didn't overlap. That's an ugly. Jesus, what are we doing with that? Well, see, that kind of a wick is one of the problems when we're down here because it's so common in Bitcoin that you get something like that. Well, here's Monte Crypto. We'll often do this, right? He'll do this here so we can look at it. I mean, he's very good with the line charts because because this is just what you can't label it, right? It's just shenanigans, right? People are getting. It's just the reality of crypto, right? We see it in traditional markets as well, right? There's just either size dumped in here, stops were run, somebody got fucked in there. Does it matter to us? Not really. We can call that a 1. I would essentially ignore it, right? Because there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clean 5 there. 2, I'd do that. I would use the extreme. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like you're working on the low of that 3. Probably too big there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, working on that 5 for that C. Now maybe we don't get down that low. Well, here's some obvious consolidation, right? Just bring it over, right? Which I always like to do. Say, okay, well, it kind of keeps my eye focused over here. This is, do you see how, look at the nice work in here, right? So you're going, what am I doing with that, right? So when you see something like that, your first thought should be, can I get a triangle in there? I'm going to change that color so you guys can see that a little better. That's really nice work, right? So he gets an A. We get the larger degree A. Then we get the internal A. This is good Elliott work, right? This is not for the new Elliott trader. This takes, you got to see this kind of shit enough to where you go, I see it. A, B, C, D, E. Gives us the B, right? And you have to know that you can put a triangle in that B. So it's the internal, right? This is really nice Elliott work right here. So here's A. Then we're going to go A, B, C of the B. So here's the dominant A to the B. We expand past the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear as a bell, right? Hard to miss that. So there's a 1. Then you got the, shenanigans here. 1, 2. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might be able to do 1, 2. It's kind of a bumpy start. This is so clear, though. So I would work backwards on this. I would think A, B, C like this. And the fact that I don't overlap, right? That, shit that doesn't happen randomly. Coming down for the 5. Right in the pocket. Well, you'd be a little, the only downside here, you'd be a little shallow of what you'd be hoping for here. And I don't know that I would wait for the median line tag because we're working off an expanded B. So, but it wouldn't, if we got it, right, it's just one more element of conviction. But if you're right there, are we done? Well, one thing to note here, we'd be in the little pocket of low volume here on the volume profile, which is a result of the imbalance here because we came up so fast. So if you got this here, where's our 50? Right here? Boy, that's game on. But I would again wait for the reaction, right? Because you don't know. Wait, little pullback, test it. What's the point of the reason to do this? And again, I go over this a lot because if they can't, so as soon as you do that right there, right, where are the stops? Right, where are the stops? Right, they're going to be here, here, here. If they can't go get those, right, because whether it's whales, people that manipulate the market, or just traders in general, if they can't get it, that's what creates the 3. That's why the 3 is the trade you want, because it's being confirmed for you. They couldn't get those stops. I guarantee you there's a shitload of stops down there. If they can't get them, they got to cover. Now the trend followers come in. Now we're in the 3. Same thing with the B, with the C. Although in this case, it's a little trickier here because they did, right? So note this, right? The market's never going to make it easy, right? They did get the stops. Who's buying up here? Right? I probably shouldn't say retail all the time. The inexperienced trader buying here. How do I know that? Look what comes off of it. I mean, again, that's after the fact, right? But if you were buying up here, wouldn't you be a little nervous, like holy shit, right? But that's the guy who thinks, oh man, I can't sell it; it's going straight up, and that's how they get sucked in. And then what's the other thing that happens, right? It's just natural, right? FOMO. Oh my God, it's going! I'm going to miss it, because that's what they see in their mind's eye. Right? Oh my God, I would just never buy that, right? I would just be so nervous about the whole thing, like oh my God, what a terrible place to enter the market. No, that takes the fun out of trading, right? You don't want to be I'd much rather take the little stop down here than go, oh God, I fucked that up. What a horrible entry. Oh shit, maybe I'll get lucky, right? Because then it's just natural, right? We all do it. You say, okay, maybe it'll go this time. Maybe that's a 1, 2, 3, and this is a 4, and we're going to go. But wait a minute, what would that be? Would that fit with the count? And that's where the Elliott gives you context. Would that make sense for this to rally here? Not from an Elliott perspective. I mean, of course, that doesn't mean that it can't. Of course, market could do anything it wants. But in terms of us trying to find areas where there's pattern recognition, where there's confluence of technical components, you got nothing here other than hopium. Maybe it'll just go. Maybe it'll just keep going up. I harp on it, right? Because I've done it way too many times, right? So, something like this here. So, okay, where's my stop? Well, you're going to put your stop along with everybody else right there, right? Because that's the reasonable way to do it. What's your risk reward here, right? Again, if you get hit, that's a jab. You get in the ring, you're going to get hit. So you can't take a stop like, motherfuck, I got stopped out. Ugh, ruins my day. No, you can't think that way. You got to turn that around. Oh, shit, stop did its job. Thank God. Whoa, glad I had a stop there. Stop did its job. Okay, next trade. And if you do that, then you take the power away from getting stopped out, and it's just the nature of trading. You can't give that all that power over your mental capacity to take risk. It's got to be, oh man, fuck, okay, I got stopped out, right? Got in the ring, right? I was expecting to get hit because there's bears there. Bears, what are they after? They're after that stop. What's down there? A fuckload of liquidity, right? So if they can drive it down there, they will. Right? Right, context, right, is everything. That's really, really, right? That's why he's a brown belt. It's fucking great work. All right, let me go back here. I'm rambling here. Shit, how are we doing on time? Because he's got a third one. Let me. I may come back to GRT, James. Let me keep going here. If we don't run out of time, since we had a little technical blurb. Oh, let's look at BAT here. ZZ Anderson, welcome back. Okay. ZZ always gives us good content. I haven't looked at BAT in forever. What are we thinking here? Also, quick update on storage from last week. Golden Zone held for a very deep 2 with nice reaction. Okay, did he give it? Oh, he gave it to me in a picture. Okay, so I'll post that for you guys to see it. It's important that you see those, that you see golden zones holding and going to targets, so that you get the conviction next time, because it's always a little scary to take it. So, well, let's do that one first. Let me copy this link just so you guys see what I'm talking about here. He's posting this. So he must have posted this last week. Shit, I can't remember. Look how pretty that is, right? Double tap. And look how deep that is. But what holds it, right? Piece of software, right? That's not Uncle Joe saying I'm going to buy it. Clear 5, A, B, C. Whew, look how tight that is, right? Within ticks of invalidation. But, well, okay, so back to, we want to buy as close to where we can confirm that we're wrong as we possibly can. That's about as close as you can ever do that. Where it stops under the 65, maybe you go 707, to give it a little breathing room, maybe using the pivot down here. Something. Oh, you probably have, there's probably a little demand zone here. As we went down here, I'd bring that over. So you had a lot of confluence here. Boom, boom. See, when it's coming down here, are you nervous? Are you thinking, oh, fuck, man, I was expecting it off of the first one. Are you really expecting this to go straight to that target? Come on, right? I mean, does it happen sometimes? Yeah, of course, right? But if you're applying the Elliott Wave Theory here, you're expecting the 2. So when it comes down here and holds, what it should be, holy shit, I could probably add here. Because think about that. If you took it here, maybe you took the 2 here and you got into the sideways 4. You can add here without really adding much risk. Now I've added to my original position. I'm taking a minuscule amount of risk. Now I got a little more size into that. That's great trading. Nicely done, ZZ. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Truncated C. Well, that seems reasonable. Let's pull out a little bit to get some context here. Let's bring this down a little bit. Okay, so does this? Oh fuck. Let's get back here. Okay, so do you see what he's doing here? Because of this, so I think if I hold shift, that's straight, right? So because of that here, the over. I guess let me bring it over here. Oh fuck. Well, you see the overlap here. So 1, 2, A, B, C, right? And that flies, right? So we got a 3, 3, 3, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so so he's got a clear count here. Oh, I'm just curious here. This looks like you might have gotten something here. One of these on a shift might be enough. Oh, that's pretty, right? Looks like you got that. All right, that's right. So out to the outer edge. Draw another one. I don't know if we'll get it here. I have to go original recipe here. Just missed it. Interesting. Okay, so let's go in there. Well, this is now this Ethan T, if he's still on, Ethan T has taken to this, and he's posting this a lot, and this interesting approach. So the premise is that from this pivot, we should get that median line. So if it doesn't hit the median line, and we start to move impulsively off of this, trading principle number 4, failure to hit the median line leads to a move equal to or greater than the swing that failed to get there. Equal to or greater than equal to. So eighth and T, that's one right out of your this. And this is, you know, most people don't apply it that way. He's kind of taking an interesting approach to taking the failure swing. And there's the target. So can we come out of here, truncate the C? I'm going to pull you over. Can I do that? I guess I can't. All right, doesn't need to. Okay, 1, 2, 3, overlap 4. Okay, so we got to do it as a leading diag. No problem. That's what we're looking for it. Just out of curiosity. I'd love to see that, right? You hear me say this a lot. When you're looking at a diag, you're looking for the 4 at the 50 from the 1 through the 3. Now we don't get the algo target here yet, but nice little trade. Now, when that completes and you don't have that algo target here, the algo is still in play, right? It's still there, right? They will stay with it until it breaks the 65 or the 66, right? We're seeing both. They'll stay with it. So here's a nice little tap, right? So this is a good example here. This is the difference between a demand zone and support, right? Those two different things. This is support. We really do it that way, right? So it's just a price the market has reacted to. Oh, potentially that's support, right? It was resistance. Yeah, we got through a little bit here, but then it's support, and then it's support, and then it's support, right? So if we're holding here, we can clearly call that support. Is it a demand zone? Well, you might be able to talk yourself into this right here. Hasn't broken, so you get confluence here. 50, 50. Let's get the 50 up here. 50, 50, demand. So what do I have here? I have both the demand zone as well as support. Makes that a little easier to take. Because you weren't really expecting this. What you were expecting was just a straight zigzag, right? I mean, your expectation typically would be, okay, what's the most common retracement? We're going to get a zigzag. And we're going to go to the golden zone, right? That would be the most common. So when this starts to go, that's probably a hard trade to take because you're not expecting that. Do you care, right? If you were a buyer here, did you get stopped out? It depends on your trade management. I think not. Even if you had it a tick below this low, it didn't break it. So what's this, right? So if this is A, B, C, well, I got my 3. Whoops. I got my 3. I guess we can take this off. What can we really see here? What do we really got here? Nice little range. Where's the worst possible place to be a buyer? Right here, right? We want to buy. This is rudimentary, like duh. Okay, if I can buy it at on sale, full retail. You take a range, cut it in half, right? So when you're testing down here, look at the RSI. You've even got a little divergence in the RSI. I mean, you're essentially at a double bottom, but the RSI is not as weak. Breaks 50, right? That's when we confirm trend-like behavior. Here we break 50, but we can't get up to the what do we got to set here? 70, right? We roll back over. Right? You can see it clearly. What you want is when they go all the way. right? That's the full loop, right? You don't always get it. So the count here, what else could we do? It's not golden, but it's a corner pocket working off the 50. 80% probability that I get here. Not here yet, right? I mean, it may not get there till there, right? But it's that 80% odds is in play. Now you'd be anticipating if it did that. What's your anticipation? Right, and of course, it's anticipation, not certainty. Oh, I got the median line. What am I thinking, right? Because I gotta have an impulse here. I have to, right? Or this account falls apart. And you're like, okay, I was wrong, right? Stop, did its job, boom, off to the next trade. I got to have an impulse here, so I got to have a 1-2, right? If I'm going to apply Elliott Wave and use that to set up where I want to trade. Now, if I could get that in the discount, well, I'd have to change that a little bit. Let's do it this way. Think of it that way. Oh, I can buy it on sale. Why would you ever pay full retail? 1-2. Right, I've already hit it once. So now remember, once you hit it once, that 80% is burned, right? So you could draw another one here, but don't think, oh, I got 80%, I'm going to get it again. No, that's not how it works. Right, you only get that 80% one time. Now, that doesn't mean that it might not revisit the median line. It just means that you don't have that 80% probability again. Right, 3. If I get that, oh, fuck, I missed the whole thing. No, you didn't. What are you expecting here? You're expecting the 4. Are you going to get the 4? Well, there's no certainty, but that's what you're anticipating, right? This is when you get something like this. This one, Elliott, it is an unfair advantage, right, to anyone who's not using it. But don't misunderstand me. Wave counts fail all the time, as do order blocks, as do market structure. It's just reality of trading. Right, but if I can use something like this where I have pattern recognition, I get to these places where I have multiple points of confluence. That's all we can hope for. That's it, right? Well, there's no certainty in trading, none, 0. All there is probabilities, right? And all we can do to stack those in our favor and try and find that moment is when we get confluence here. Oh, I got a pattern I recognize. Oh, I've already tagged the median line, right? I'm coming back to a golden zone. Shit, I can draw another one here. So if I do this, if I were to get this, do I have 80% now? Yeah, I do. Now I got another 80%, right? So I took one trade here that had 80% probability. I'm taking 80% probability trades. That over time, that's going to work for you. That's the name of the game, right there. Pattern, price, geometry, fibs, RSI, right? All the tools, right? All the tools that are proven. It's not like, oh God, this is crazy new stuff. Why does this work, right? Why is this effective? What is this really measuring? These are not magic. This is not magic. This is just human emotion. Greed, fear, greed, fear, greed, fear. That's it. That's all it's doing. Because people are predictable. Right, that's what gives Elliott Wave validity, because people do the same thing, particularly around money, over and over and over again. Nice work here, ZZ. All right, do you guys follow that thinking here? I have no idea if this is going to come, but this is how I would approach it. Right, show me a better way to approach it. I'd be all ears. All right, let's keep going here. CN Salinger. Oh, okay. We got an JP Morgan premium income ETF. Okay, this ought to be interesting. Is this bond related? Let's go over one more. What we got here? JP Morgan equity premium. Oh no, if it's equity premium, no, so it's an ETF. I haven't done a lower time frame. That's all right. Oh shit, I got your, oh fuck, I don't know that ticker to maybe change that. So I got your Costco. If you're on, man, if you give me the ticker, or maybe send it to Monte Crypto so I can get what you want here. But the link you sent me is your Costco. Well shit, we can do Costco.
You should just be able to type in the ticker.
I don't know the ticker. He didn't post it. That's what I was saying. If he's on,
I can search for it, but we did get a request, so let's do that one.
Oh, okay, sure, absolutely.
USDT on Binance on the daily and weekly.
.USDT Binance. Let's do the daily. Okay, so right off the bat, looks like I'm going to have to look at this in log scale. Looks like, well, let's do the weekly first. Let's work from the longer time frame. Okay, so this is log scale and arithmetic. This is kind of a pain in the ass, right? You would prefer not to have to do that, but do you have any sense of what you have there in arithmetic? Not really, right? I mean, you just get a better look at it here. I know it's a pain in the ass. I don't like it. But if we, okay, so now does this just clear up a little bit? It does, right? Because we're with the expansion. Okay, so now I'm going to assume that anyone who has read Elliott Wave for Dummies or Elliott Wave 101 could label this, right? It's not that hard. Right, that's pretty simple. Okay, so let's put the whole thing together. 1. Sure looks like a good 2, right? We don't know, right, until we start get an impulse here to get it going. But this is pretty rudimentary, right? This is not too hard, right? Anyone who's had any exposure to Elliott Wave ought to be able to get that. I would, right? You know, Elliott is very channel sensitive, right? So I add the median lines here as just another kicker, right? But Elliott would have all channels, right? That's James, right? Being an Elliott Wave master, right? That's why you see all those channels on his chart. Do the same thing here. I mean, right? Breaks. All right. So what's the next thing you would do here, right? Just in terms of constructing. Okay, where are we? Well, I'd want. What do you got here? You got a set of median. Oh shit, where'd that come from? God, I don't even know who's. So that's, you know what's funny about that? When I do all these copies, I get people's TA, but I don't know what it is, right? So we'll take that off. Okay, so I've got a 1. I got a 2. What's the next thing we want to do? All right, let's see how technical it is. Like this would be okay. Yeah, we got wicks through, right? But we want to see it close before we invalidate. Another good example. Where is the support? Right? How do we define the support? Right? Where's the support? Well, here we double topped up here. Now we're through. Now look. This is a great. God, this is. Fuck, man, great example. Thanks for this. I should pay you for giving me this. Okay, so here, look at the imbalance here, right? Because to break the resistance, they got to do it aggressively. God, this is just textbook. Like we go up here, and then we got to come back. We got to test it, right? Does a bunch of supply dump into the market here? 3, 4, 5, right? Because I got to have an impulse here. Right? If it's going to play Elliott ball, I got to have an impulse here. It looks like shit. You'd have to do it here. Some sort of. Because this is, fuck, right? Yeah, we want that for an ABC. Oh, fuck, you might do a W. It doesn't matter, right? At this point, does it matter? It's the 4, right? And if we did it this way, probably got another gold in there. Not quite. Now, you didn't make target here, right? and it's broken down here. So this algo, the algo that was here, right? They're going to take the stop here, right? So what are they going to do next? What's the software what's the software going to do next, right? Once it's broken, it's going to go to this. Right? It's going to go down a pivot. And now we're in the ball game here. So I got a 1, 2. Now from that, what's the next thing I want to do, right? Because I want to look for those 80% probabilities. Okay, at this moment in time, I have an 80% probability of getting to that median line. Now, I might get there here. I don't know when I'm going to get there. I just know as long as that pivot holds, I got that 80%, right? So where else in the market do you get that? That's why I use median lines. I remember the day I was reading that book from Dr. Alan Andrews, and I saw 80%. That completely changed my life, actually. Oh, shit. Hang on. That's a conference call I'm not going to make. It changed my entire approach to technical analysis when I read that. And then I just started testing it over and over and over again and saw how consistent it was. Where else can you look at a chart and say, okay, I see a spot where I can get 80% odds? I'll tell you exactly how many other places. Zero. So, okay, why would you not take that trade long? I've got a perfect Elliott count. I'm coming out of a golden zone. I can put a golden corner on it, and I got a target. Why would you not take that trade? Oh, you're worried about getting stopped out. Oh, I can't buy it. It's been going down. You know, you can't be scared of the market, right? That's another thing. You can't be scared of it, right? Or you'll panic out of it. You gotta give it a little room to breathe here. Thus, the wicks going through doesn't kill it. It's a little, like, ideally you'd like to see it hold, but as long as we don't close below, that's still in play, right? So there's a target. Can you make money here? I mean, you don't know the outcome, but boy, if you're a trader, that's all you get. Oh fuck, why does it do that? Oh, it's because it's log scale. That's why. This little thing doesn't like log scale. All right, so I could trade it. I could do that right there. All right, so well, let's get your entry in. I mean, it's so big, right? It's almost ridiculous to say it out loud, right? 60 cents. But again, there you go. Say, okay, now what's going to be hard? If you take that trade, what's going to be hard, right? Holding it. That's where people fuck up, right? Because they get nervous, right? Oh shit, I don't want to give it back. Oh, what are you expecting there? It's not going to go in a straight line. It's not going to do that. We can agree on that. It's not likely to do that. What shit? There's no absolutes in the market, but it's very unlikely to do that, right? It's gonna do it with wave structure. Where are you going to get nervous? You're going to get nervous here. What should you be considering right here? Adding to it, right? Because these that go and hit something like this, you only get so many of these. Literally in your lifetime, you're only going to get a 67 to 1, rarely. Right, so when you get it and it sets up this perfectly, you gotta let it run. Because what's more painful? Oh shit, okay, what'd you do here? Well, shit, that's not a bad trade. It's not a bad trade. It's almost 6 to 1 here. But what's more painful, to watch this thing go all the way to that upper target and you not have missed it, and you just took your 5 to 1 when you had this kind of monster on your hands and you let it go? That's much more painful to me mentally as a trader, because I know I just pussied out here. Oh fucking okay, I got to take my profit. Right, and that's why it's all your trades are tied together. If you just did something stupid and took a big loser, if you get up on a trade 6 to 1, you're going to take it because you're trying to recover. And you had this monster on your hands, and you just it's just human instinct, right? You say, oh fuck, I got to recover. So even if you did that, you better fucking take this one, right? If you set this up, you got to take that. That doesn't mean that's a guaranteed to be a winner, but you have to take that trade. If you want to be successful over time, you have to take that. You got to take it. Now you can say, oh, I took the 1, the 2. Now that's harder to do, to get every damn pivot on the way, right? It's very hard to do. But could this set up any more beautifully? I don't know that shit, this is one of the best trades I've seen. Thanks for bringing this on. Look how gorgeous that is. And we're sitting on the weekly. Again, the longer the time frame, the better Elliott is. Right? It's best 60 minutes and above. Weekly? Beautiful. All right, let's take it down to the daily. All right. So much more detail. Did anything change? Right, when you can go from weekly to daily and nothing changes, it's good news. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Okay, so do we know this is coming? No, of course not. Can we anticipate it? Yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this. Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing, right? Heads I buy, tails I sell. What else are you going to do? Oh, okay, well, I see, okay, there's probably some consolidation here. I might hit some resistance. Oh, all right, okay. So what's right here? Bears are going to have a bunch of stops right there. Right? If they can't get... Look at the algo target. Oh, fuck me. Hang on. Jesus Christ. I had a whole lot of conference calls. It's Monday. ABC. Okay, so I'm going to come into this structure here. Now, look here. Is this potential resistance? Yeah, that's potential resistance. It's not necessarily supply, but it's potential resistance because the market stalled here, got through. comes back to it. It's potential resistance. That's different than a potential supply zone, right? This is the break of structure up here, right? Here's the break of structure, right? That really is what confirms it right here. Okay, right? Here's the last swing high that gave me this break of structure that drove down here to the golden zone. So if I get through here, right, I confirm the uptrend. If I get out of there. If I do it, what? All right, if you take that one, okay, you better come here. You better take this one. You got to take that. You could even really, if you were a conservative trader, you could let the one shape, let the one come, right? You want to be a purple belt? Shit, is it purple belt? Fuck, now I'm forgetting. Yeah, I think it's purple belt, right? So you got to take, the only trades we let you take are C's and 3s. Why? All right, what a great example. What a great example of why we do that. Where's the money made on this chart? 3s and C's, right? So we want to force you to do that and not let you take, you don't, right? If you want, I mean, you could take other trades. It's not like we're telling you can't, but if you want to, you got to post your 3s and C's. Fuck, I think it's 50 3s and C's as well. Isn't that right, Monte Crypto? I think to get purple, you got to get 50 3s and C's. 3s and C's. Why? This is why here. I mean, God, what a great example. Why? Where's the money made? 3s and C's. Right? So you could, again, the conservative trader, you wait for that to shape up and you take the golden zone here. All right? Again, you don't know that you're going to get that. But if this is going to play Elliott ball, that's what's at this point in time, why would you anticipate anything else? There's no reason to think, oh, we're going down to take this out. Right here, well, this is a nice way to do it as well. Where's the, where would you want to reload here? Oh my God. Well, let's do it this way. All right, if you're coming into this, right, nice spot here. Nice place to load it. Right, then you could go here and say, okay, can I buy? So if I let this go, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to buy at the golden zone where it's on sale. So if you were more conservative and you said, well, I'm not so sure, but crypto, fuck, we have the regulation, all this other bullshit going on. Okay, I'll let this thing prove it to me. Okay, give me my 1. I'll take your 2. Why, right? That's where the bigger wave is. Right here, this is a perfect 1618 right here, right? And so note what this is, God, what a great example. Holy shit. Look, again, I don't have this. Look at that confluence here.
And yes, for purple, it is 50 consecutive trades, 3s and C's, and you must be equal to or greater than your starting balance.
Yeah, that's right. Right. I mean, the belt system is not easy. Deliberately. Right. Not a lot of people bail on it. Right. They're like, oh fuck, this is too hard. Right. The ones that do it, oh God, if you could see, well, the ones that do it are having a very good experience in the markets. Right, because they were willing to do it. They were willing to put the work in. This is hard. Elliott Wave is one of GAN and probably the hardest, but Elliott Wave would be right next to it. You got what do we got? 24 different kinds of corrections you have to memorize and recognize. Now you don't. I still check our Elliott cheat sheet every now and then. Wait a minute, can I have a zigzag here and there? It's not always on the tip of your tongue. There's a lot of them. But when Elliott is best is when it's exactly like this. When it's unmistakable. Is there anybody who can't see a 5 followed by a 3 here? No, I'm going to guess not. That's when Elliott is, when all the missed trades, all the stop outs, all the change counts, all the fuck, I thought that was going to go. This is when it's worth it. Right here. You can't let this pass you, right? Because, again, you only get so many of those, literally lifetime trades. You're going to get a whole lot of 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1, but at 60-to-1, don't let that slip away. All right, where was I? Did we ever get CN Salvador, that ETF, the JP Morgan?
Yeah, so go back to his chart, and he either saved it or it's JEPI.
JEPI. And that's going to, well, let's go all. JP Morgan, there it is. Okay, there it is. Now I got all this stuff too. Okay, so I'm going to come back here. Ooh, nice. Okay, so interestingly, I'm not not in log scale. Let's go. Look at the difference. Almost none, right? That good news, right? If I don't see a lot of difference between log and arithmetic, right, I'll stay in log, or pardon me, arithmetic. So it's a little skinny, right? So you're giving me an hourly. You can almost, right? Again, Monte Crypto likes to do this. So we can look at it this way. So okay, we'll look at the closes. Does it change, right? Does it fuck up the count, right? Because it's a little skinny, right? We go to what, right? Is that? Do we have a whole lot of conviction in what that is? At least if I go here, okay, I can see the closing structure. Good thing to do, because if I brought that chart up here, I'm like, holy fuck, I don't know about that, right? It looks mighty thin. Like now it's getting a little more interesting over here because now it's got vibe. So this is probably when it launches, right? Now it's got some participation. Okay, interesting. So, well, okay, good example here. Well, Cian, he knows what he's doing. So look here. Look what he's doing here. So this looks like, wait a minute. We're going to buy on the breakout here? I'm going to assume that's not what he's thinking here. Well, maybe I shouldn't assume that. So Cian, my assumption is here. Let me move this over a little bit. My assumption is here. You're looking for the retrace. Otherwise, you're buying the breakout. I'm thinking not, right. So right now, if this is going to go, let's see, we're in an hourly. If this is 1, 2, shit, I can't see it. So this is this your? Oh, that's your projection. Okay, so
he did say shrink the chart a little bit. He's got some text on there somewhere.
There it is. Okay. Bit, yeah. Okay. Looking to park some cash here. Going to wait for the retrace. All right, I knew that. I was like, holy shit, man.
He also said enable the OB indicator, the sonar, I guess.
Oh, yeah. He's using the OBs. Okay. All right. Now that's good. Okay. Wondering also, can you explain what next panel over JPI SHC is? Fuck. JPI SHC, that doesn't sound familiar. Next panel over? I don't know what he means by that. Next panel. See if you can figure out what he means by that. Is that something over here? No log required, right? So I'm not sure what he means by that. Check
panel. He's got 3 charts. If you see if they're by the IN.
Oh, okay.
PC pub copy, he's got 3, so it might have a different panel.
So maybe we'll do it that way. He did this one, but that only gives me 2. So wait a minute. No, this was down here. So I got it. Okay. So it's, oh fuck. What's the ticker again? You told it to me.
JEPI.
JEPI. Okay. So maybe if I enter these, then I can follow what he's saying. JEPI. All right.
He said he did have it set to 2 panels, but it got messed up somehow.
Okay, that's all right. We can work with it here. It's all right. So I'm a little confused what he's doing here, but this looks to me like what we're after here is that 3, right? So he's trying to trade the 3. So if he didn't get in down here, you got to hurry up and wait, right? I would not try and enter here. I'm assuming he knows not to do that, right? So why, right? So why would you not? Let's see. Let's get this out of here. So we got an order block down here. We just ran into an order block right here. Okay, so if that were the case, there's actually a count in here we can label. This looks like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like we're working on 3. That could be it. Let's see what that measures. And I know he had this, but I'm just kind of throwing this in here. So we're long enough. We went right to the 272, ran into an order. That's a little one. I wouldn't be surprised if that breaks. Then you got another one up here. Again, these are tiny. Oh, what is he doing here? I'm not sure what he's doing there. All right. So if it was me trading this, I would be uncomfortable up here, but I'd be real comfortable down here. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take that off too. Okay, so I've got a 1, 2, and that looks like it was technical, right? It looks like we got a 50 or a golden zone there. We got a perfect 50, made the target. We're going after that third target. So this, right, is he going to hold? Well, that's a mighty, it might. we're pretty extended here, but here's the 1618, right? So you could get to the second one, which is up at the top here. But, we've already had this, right? So you'd have to fill in the blank there. So what is that, right? We gapped down, right? So you'd be expecting something maybe like that if this recovers a little bit. So you get a little pop up. I think, I'm going to leave those off. Well, this is just for what it's worth right here. I'm struggling with this. Okay, so these are gone. Okay, so I'd be waiting if indeed that's the 3, and given that, see if I do this, right, then you see it, right, because that's where we go next. But I can still do this, right? Here's the 4 at the 50. Maybe we got the 4 here, although there's no subdivision there, right? So all I can do is got a big gap. Now on the plus side, right, the market doesn't like to leave gaps. Right, so we just have a big unfilled gap here. The market is prone to want to fill that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd be looking at this order block down here for the 4, 5. Right, that's the trade I would be looking at for the long. Right, that's going to give me a potential 3 up here, waiting for the 4, and pretty tight. Like I said, that would be a good channel.
You mentioned it's got a 9% quarterly dividend. So
ooh, how nice. Right, so that's why he wants to park some money here. All right, so where's maybe his idea is just to buy it right now because he wants that yield on the dividend. I'd wait for a little pull. Well, shit, you got it. I mean, but how do you feel about buying that just on a gap down? Well, interestingly, here's another example. There is resistance, right? Is it potentially now support? We have an order block. So here's a good example. You can see the difference between the two. Oh, fuck. Maybe you can't. Here, I'll do it with a line. Here's the potential support. Right? We wicked through it, but it's potentially there. Here's demand. Difference between the two. Right? I would always defer to demand rather than just a random number. Now, it's been respected here. That kicked it. But look again here. See what they do here when they have to break the resistance there? Big imbalance bar, right? And we're leaving gaps along the way, right? So this is, last week was a monster bullish, all the equities flew last week. Is that enough right there? I'd be a little uncomfortable with that myself. But again, given that yield, the assumption you're making here is that, well, okay, what's less likely is that we're going to do this. Now, I can hear Ethan T in the background thinking this in his own head. Well, if it fails to make the median line, right, what do I have here? Right, failure to make the median line equals a move equal to or greater than the swing that failed to get there. That might be in the back of your mind, right, if it doesn't get there. But when it's right here, I have 80% probability that it does get there. So before I start thinking about, oh, it's not going to get there, so I'm going to take the short, I'd want to confirm. I'd want to see something impulsive come off of that, so I knew I was wrong. So this was some sort of ABC, and then we were heading down to challenge this pivot. Right now, there's 80% probability that it gets there. Now, it might be 2 years before it gets there, but that 80% doesn't change, right? Unless this pivot is broken. Again, what a nice place to park some money. Nice, Ian, really nice. Okay, let me keep moving. I got Frayed 57, right? Always a solid contributor to these live streams. I appreciate these guys. They give us content rather than me just randomly picking shit. Although we're going to change it up a little bit. We'd like some more participation from the people that are viewing so they can get on this. That's what we like, those when people make suggestions. Oh, look at this work. Oh, nice. Frayed is really, he's getting brown belt underway. His work is just so solid. All right, so okay, before his labeling comes up, God, I wish I could just limit it. Well, this is a tough one. All right, so he's got to do it this way. This is tricky. So he's got to go 1, 2. He's got to put the 3, 4 in here. Tough one, right? So it's not ideal, but that's a tiny little 4 relative to the 2. Sharp, you could call it sideways. But what else are you going to do? I mean, are we in log? Yeah, we're in log, so we got to do this. All right, a pretty steep channel. Now, did we overlap? I think we did. Oh God, look at that. I can't even see it. Yep, overlap, right? All it takes is a tick, right, to invest. So we can't call that the 4. So it's very possible that he was thinking, well, you would have been thinking that, right? You'd have been thinking, and I'm sure he was, 1, 2, 3, some sort of sideways, now we go, right? That would have been a better fit. But, right, market doesn't always play ball. So you're looking, because certainly it would be hard to call this anything other than impulsive in the context here, because you might think, oh wait, it's just an ABC, it's corrective. Well, what would it be correcting, right? There's nothing for it to be correcting, right? So you got to work with an impulse here. It's just, this is a difficult count. But look, he made the effort to nail it, right? He didn't just throw it up here, which sometimes people will give me charts and they'll just give me this labeling. Right, but he dug through all of it to get it so he could get every swing. That's how you get conviction, because you took the time to do it. 1, 2. I'm going to shrink that a little bit. Let's make these a little easier to see. All right, all of these are kind of big because I can't see them. Okay, so let's dig in there. Let's go to an 8 hour. Okay, so we got an ABC, right? We don't get an impulse, so just process of elimination. This is where Elliott is, I think, you get an unfair advantage. Okay, you're here. I don't get an impulse, right? Because you might have been thinking 4 here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just got a big 4 relative to the 2. Off we go. But you get a 3. And then you break the pivot, right? So then it's just, I mean, there's nothing left. Right? That's the only, well, fuck, is there? He's got a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, right? So I suppose you could have thought that, right? That there was, but it wouldn't really make sense, right? If you were thinking this was a 5, right? Okay, so what is the implication of that? If this is an impulse and I come off with a 5, you're thinking, oh, we're going down to revisit the lows, because the implication would be that that's an A, we're going to do a B, and we're going to do a C. Right, is Sonos that weak? Well, fuck, I mean, anything's possible, right? It's possible. Is that what you would be thinking? Let's make it drop dead simple. Swing, retrace, 50%. You almost really could make it that simple. I got a swing. I get an internal retracement that does exactly 50% and pivots at the structure. I mean, you could really make it that drop dead simple, right? The fact that he's done all that extra work just makes it easier to pull the trigger there. What's he say? Alternate is that a very short C wave, we're now putting in a 2 wave. And I think that means that's about this. So let's go look in there. Let's go to a 4. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of drop dead simple. Okay, WXAB. I see what you mean. It's not ideal, right? Market's not going to always give you ideal. A, B. Oh, it's good detail. He's got a 5, got a 3, and even puts a WXY in there. That's nice work, Fred. 1, 2, 3. So I got an X. Let's get in there a little more. 1, right? You can see it. 1, 2, 3, right? So you can always kind of work backwards. Where's the 4? Often the 1, 2 can be, but the 3, 4 is what always draws my eye. Where's the 3, 4? Right, and then I can work backwards. So 1, 2, got a clean impulse. Here, where's right? What 4 is typically just consolidation, right? We just go sideways. The trend pauses. We don't advance the trend. 4. After the pause, what do we get? Right, imbalance, aggression, right? Aggressive sellers. Then we go sideways. Right? Oh, good. Look at this nice example, right? We're getting good stuff today. What is that, right? That's resistance. That is not necessarily supply. And it looks like there is some supply just above, right? So I may have, oh shit, you could probably use the whole thing. Tapped into it. Oh, let's get the whole, did we get all of it? There it is. All right, that's the last upswing before we broke structure, right? And then we got a little change of character here. So this is driving it down. We're back to revisit, right? So look at the imbalance here. So we came out of this 4 aggressively. All the orders get filled there? Well, it looks like not, right? There could be orders sitting in the order book right there. Down we go. Look, we come down aggressively. And we do it in a clean 5. It's not that fucking hard. If you just start, I mean, you got to use your brain. Okay, we know, right, that we always want to be entering. If we're looking for a pivot like this, it's got to end in a 5, right? At some degree, even if it's a WXY, right, the C has to end in a 5. So if I get a clean 5 here, and then now this is again, there's always risk, right? So what at this point in time, what do bears want to do? They want to lower low here, swing, lower high. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? The anticipation is that that's going to keep going. That's what bears want. Where's all the liquidity, right, under that stop? They can't get it, right? That's what so, and they can't get it. Impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's the problem? Oh, so he's saying possibly this is a 1, 2. Well, that's mighty bearish. I don't think you need to go there yet, Frade. Why not 1, 2? Why are you thinking? Why are you going A, B? Not sure. This is the 2. I guess he's just creating an alternate here. Well, that is smart, right? So just in case he's wrong, right? Because we're going to be wrong often. We're trying to predict the future. 1, 2. I can get a 3 into that. Let's back up here. WXY. I see why. Because there's a lack of balance in this. If the ABC is a monster, here's the X. The ABC here is so small. I say smart, right? So create an alternate just in case. So you're ready. So you're like, oh, this stuff comes down and breaks this low here where I know there's going to be a bunch of stops. That'll be fuel. Right, if we come down here and we get those stops and we're going to accelerate off of that rather than just run them, which is always, right? That's why where's the worst possible place to enter a short? Right there, right? Because you're vulnerable to getting bent over. I don't think there's a trade here just yet, right? So because this is a little unsure. So you've got the 5 here. So the alternate, right? I mean, the possibility here is that the low is in. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. You can't confirm it really until you see if you get that. Now you know you got a 5, right? Now you can take the A off, and probably a good chance that since here's the 50 of the entire structure, that 1 comes off. Well, shit, you put the 1 here. The 2 comes down here. I don't know where his 3 is, but there's a 4, 5, right? So now, here's if you want to be a little more conservative, if you're looking for a trade in equities, I'd wait for the 5 and then trade the 3, or pardon me, let the 2 come. I confirm the 5, right? I go right into an order block. I go 1, 2, 3. Right? What's the next thing I can do, right? So then I'm going to start drawing these up, right? It's the same thing every time, right? Let's bring it back. Right? It's doing it the same way. That's the power of it. Because these, you're not going to get these every time, right? They're going to fail. They will fail. But 80% is not 100%. But if I can get 80%, I'm going to take that every time. So let this complete, come down, right? If you get it, right? Now, you may not go golden zone. You might get the 50. You might get the 786. But as long as we hold that pivot, right, you just take the median line down with you or up with you. Oh, I'm in here, right? Do I still have my 80%? Yeah, I still got my 80%. As long as this pivot holds. Here, shit, it's right all the way. The reason you don't like it down here is because the angle is not as good, right? So the potential to get there, yeah, you still got your 80%, but what you want is a steeper angle, right? Really, you want something like this so you get a bigger 5 here and bring this out, right? So the potential reward starts to increase. If that's 1, 2, you're looking for the 3 right here. Now you could get it like this, but again, it's atypical for the market to go vertical like that. So you're looking maybe something like that. So if you're looking for a trade here, that's how I would approach it. Right? I would wait. Get this to confirm. Just give me the 5, right? I don't know. We could easily drop down here. Give me the 5. I'll take the retrace. Nice work, Fred. All right, let's see. I got Chris NL back. This is one of his faves. Chris, thanks for contributing. Ave. Gotta make a copy. How are we doing on time? Well, we're running out of time. Looks like I only got a couple more. So this is perfect. Okay, so let me make a copy so I can work with it. All right, that's a little ugly. Okay. Oh. Looking for this to set up to add some to the long-term bag. 2 entries, one at the 5, 1, 6. Nice. Stop on this side first. First take profit within me. Okay, so he's literally, this is great. This is TDU, right? He's just following the game plan. This is, taking what we're teaching. And so here's what he's doing. He's just doing exactly what I ask of the members to do here. I want teach it back to me. That's what he's doing right here. Okay, so I got a 1. Oh, I always like to do this. I always like to get, where's my absolute low? I want to eyeball it. Mighty deep. So what are the options here? Well, this looks impulsive, right? It's hard not to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Pretty much anybody can spot that. This is a little funky. We doing order blocks here, or is this money magic? I'm not sure. Let's just play with it. Okay, so we got A, B, C. So we're going to go W, X, A, B, C. All right, that plays. All right, so that's a monster correction. Well, what is this? That's crypto winter. Well, certainly this is. Okay, so another way to think of this is, okay, where's the 1? Well, you could probably do it even better. All right, kind of buying the discount. That's just, or in log scale, but you're down in the discount. Okay, it's on sale. Now, can I get an impulse to come out of there? Ooh. Barely. Let's take that up a degree so we can see it better. Get rid of that. Well, so you'd like this to go a little higher, wouldn't you, right? Just to be sure you had it. This looks like it's there, right? I guess it is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess it's there. It's not gorgeous. How's the 3? Right now, they're not all going to be gorgeous. Elliott's not perfect, but it looks like you can make this work on the internal. All right, if you can get it without that overlap, let's put that in. Come here. We'll put that in white, which we do. All right, so we can get an impulse in here in the 3rd. So the 1 clear 3 on the way down. This is just an impulsive rip off of the low down here. So this is his alternate. Let's hide that. All right, so let's think on the bull side here. So do we have a 1 here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oh shit. Come here. Well, we got to watch that for the 4. That 1, 2. That's a bit of a bummer. Okay, so let's reconsider that. Hey, that's an overlap. Let's take it out of log down here. Overlap nonetheless. Where's this? Let's see, wait a second. Get you off of there. Can we work a diag in there? We might have to. So that may be why I didn't label this. Or I hid his. So I guess you're going to have to do it this way. Well, it's just fine, right? Because it's a 1 wave. So we can go A, B, C. Oh, he's got his. Those things bug me. Too many lines. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works. We can go A, B, C. All right, so we got a leading diag. Let's take you up. Put you in white. Okay, so we got it. That's a bummer, but okay. So remember, we're looking for in an impulse, or pardon me, in a diag, looking for at the 50. We don't quite get there. Might be interesting to see what happened here. There, it's off the 2, right? But ideally, right? That's such a fuck, right? But if you're going to trade with rules, so this is what's dangerous. You go, fuck, it's not much. I'll just play it. I'll play it as an impulse. That if you start doing that and you start fudging on the hard rules, you're headed for a bad experience, right? So the point being, if you're gonna use a set of rules, particularly the three biggies, 2 can't overlap the 1, 3 has to be the longest, and 4 can't overlap the 1 in an impulse. Those are not the places to compromise. So you got to look at this and go, oh, fuck, right? I thought it was an impulse, but wait a second, does it work as a diag? Yeah, well, it's not ideal, right? So let's see the 1 relative to the 4. I'd still either way. I would be just okay. It's a 5. It's not perfect, right? Elliott's not perfect. I don't expect it to be. I'd be looking for the 3 to come off of that. So I don't think you do anything. Well, he's already teed it up, right? He's got a whole trading plan for it right here. 1, 2. Right? Buy the retrace. Don't buy it up here. Buy the retrace, right? So he's got 2 targets. Let's pull back out and see what he's got. So he's going for a monster here, which I love, right? He's going for, what do we got here? 34. I love these. 34 to 1. Oh, come on. What do we got? Is that as big as I'm thinking here? Is that 815 to 1? That's a really tight stop. Well, we are in log scale. That might explain why that's such a monster. Okay, so can you see why this would be worth getting on your radar? Okay, we got a little bumpy 1 coming out of it. All right, I mean, I'm being very strict about it. But if this retraces, if we get a retrace down into this zone, again, why would you not take that? I don't ask that lightly, right? Again, you're going to get these very few times in your trading career. Are you going to get something like that? And very few times are you going to be able to hold it. Very hard. It's very hard to keep your hands off the mouse. When you get a big winner, this thing gets right up here. You're thinking, oh shit, it's going to double top. I'll just take my profit, right? And then it does that, right? And then you'll, these are the guys that bought Bitcoin at $10 and sold it at 100. If you set something like this up, at least let a portion of it go, right? As he noted, right? He's going to take a partial here. That's smart because you don't know that that's coming. Shit, you don't know. But leave some on for the big monster. Nice. God, you guys are fucking awesome today. All right, let's Diamond Lee. Let's bring you on. What do you got? Diamond Lee. All right. So we 2 big ones today. Dot and Ave. Get on your watch list. Right. If you're not following all this, come in and do the white belt. Or come into in the free membership. You can participate. You can post. You can look at what other guys are doing. You don't get all the access, but you'll get a clue. Okay, so I think this is our last one here, and then I got to wrap up. This is Diamond Lee. Oh, he's giving me Bitcoin. Okay, let's see what we're thinking here. Bitcoin. Oh, this is pretty sexy. Oh, so he's going SMC. All right, I like it. All right, I like to see you guys adopting this. Right, it doesn't interfere with your Elliott. It just complements it. That's why we started adding it in. Not to mention, as I always say, the 25 to 35, they're much more interested in this than they are Elliott Wave. Right, my 26-year-old son's a great example. He's a blue belt, but he's like, kind of like that SMC stuff. Okay, so let's. Oh, this is nice work, right? Now, I'm fairly certain he's doing this. No, he's doing it, right? Okay, so he's just using different colors. So he's made the investment into the Sonar Labs, right? Which we adore. Anyone watching here who doesn't have it, it's a really reasonable. I think it's $59 a month, and we'll have if you use our link, you get a 10% discount on the lifetime. On the monthly, the 3-month, the 6-month, you get a 10% discount, right? Shit, why not? Why not take the 10% if you're interested in it? It's pretty reasonable for the value that it brings to you. So this is nice work here. So let me get this all put together. So we're on an hourly. We've had 2 breaks of structure, so we know the trend is up on the hourly. I just would pop to the 4 real quick. Okay, so here, right? So do you see this is on the 4, and I was talking about this on Bitcoin Friday. Nice, right? So he's even doing a checklist here so that you're looking to get in sync with all, right? So right now, the trend, right? We can again, this is the advantage of SMC and market structure, right? Or I would say at first market structure, and then the SMC is. I prefer the term market structure. There's the swing, right? This is the last pivot high that did its job of giving us a new low. Now, why is it here, not here? Because this is the last swing that gave me that break of structure. So this becomes the swing low. But we don't confirm the trend until we break the strong high. We can't confirm the uptrend at this degree. So you think, well, wait a minute. What happened to my Elliott? It's not hard. So all of this, where the Elliott is, hard to have a lot of conviction in whatever you're drawing up, right? Could be 1 2 1 2 1 2, could be. Well, if I've got that much could, excuse me, if I have that much could be, I got to bring in something else. All right. So where's the swing structure? Because the Elliott is not clear. It's often not clear. You'll hear me say often. If it's not helping, take it off the chart. Now, is this helping me? Well, I can see I got one break of structure. I got two breaks of structure. Where's the demand zone here? I got a big. Do you see this? One of the things you can do here. I'll just demo this. One of the things. I mean, this is a very full-featured for $59. Talk about value for the dollar. Let's extend them, right, so you can see them. All right, so here we got a fair value gap here. That may take a minute to run. Did I do that right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so do you see this fair value gap right here? Right, there's a big imbalance in the market, which he's noting. Right, so we got a prior day's low. If we retrace, so he's looking for the market to do this. Right here, we hit a supply zone. We come into, you got an order block down here, you got an order block down here, but you have this big imbalance. What's the implication here? That not everybody got the price they wanted here. So the thing runs so far because you have a huge imbalance, much more aggressive buying than selling. So they're very reasonable to anticipate there are orders that are unfilled sitting in the order book. We come back down. Oh, where's the last low that gave me this? Why is this an important low? We get a swing, we get a retrace. This is the low that gives me the change of character and then the break of structure. So I have demand here. So that's the difference between support and demand. Two different things. You got to be clear in your mind as to what that difference is. Let's go back to his hourly. Not sure what you're doing there with that. What is that? Just a nice little color coding. I'm not sure what it is. It's cool, whatever it is. Okay, so here, what's the range that we're in right now? Strong low. Here's the swing high. So one thing we could do, right? Just again, if you've seen any of the SMC training we've done, just like we were doing it just with Elliott Wave, right? Where is it on sale? Underneath the 50%. Do I know it's going to get to this? Of course not. If it did, right? Can I put together a trade there? Here's the strong low. The assumption is, right, that this low, because this is the last low that did its job. I got a pivot up here, but it has not given me a new low. So the assumption is this pivot is more likely to hold. Not guaranteed to hold, more likely to hold. That's all we get. Probabilities, more likelies. Big imbalance here. We come into this zone. Okay, so just because you're using market structure doesn't mean you forget everything else you know. Okay, so I got a fair value gap right here at the last change of character. I've got two potential places to enter here in the discount zone, golden zone 786. Where's the trade, right? It's not hard to put this together. I'd have two of them. Where's the target, right? First target is the swing high, right? That would be the first target. I might do it in two phases like that. If I get stopped out here, then I'd reload. So here's what I would not do. That. Why? Right? That's a body blow. That's going to hurt my account. I'd rather take this stop. I'd rather take two stops here and then reevaluate rather than do this. Don't do this. I know you're thinking, I'm going to give it room to move. Then it gets here and you think, it's going to hold, so I'll go into the pivot. Now look what you just did. That's how you get yourself in trouble, right? It's so common. I've done it. We've all done it, right? And I only say this, I repeat this so often because I know you're prone to do it because every trader's done it. Oh, fuck, I'll give it a little more room. I don't want to get stopped out. See, that's the issue. You don't want to get stopped out, because what is getting stopped out proving? That you're wrong. We, particularly men, right? If you're successful in business, particularly, right? When I was a broker, right? My worst clients were people that were successful business people, because they're used to being able to control their environment, right? You get no control in the market. So take the stop here. Take it, right? Reload. Okay, I didn't get that one. Oh, first target would be here. I'd do it like that. I'd rather take those two little stops. And this is, I'm even giving it a little more room here, because I'm going underneath the order block. You might even do it just to tighten that up there. That's 7 to 1. Let's go a little bit under, right? So now we're at 6 to 1. Here I've got 8 to 1, 8.2 to 1, right? And I'm not even getting algo target here. If I get this one here, I could say that's the target, right? Because if it pivots here, I know an algo participated, right? I don't have to wonder about it. Wonder if an algo participated. If it comes out of the golden zone, you'd guarantee an algo participated there. What else can I do? Right? Again, you see, it's just, I'm repeating it over and over and over again to get it into your brain. If I can take it here, I'm taking it off of an imbalance, prior structure here. So this potentially is support, prior resistance becomes support. So it's just one more confluence point. It's not a demand zone here, but I have this big imbalance and I'm at a golden zone. If it pivots here, I know an algo participated. Where's that algo target? What do I have here? 11 to 1. You can take a lot of jabs, right? What are you doing here to bears, right? That's an uppercut to the jaw, right? Anyone who fights that on the way up, right? Because they're thinking, oh, it's not going to break that high. It's not going to break it's not going to break the supply zone here. It's going to fail, and failure to make the median line equals or move equals. They're all thinking that. Where's all the liquidity? Right here. Right? If they can't get it, right, that's what causes that. Because they have to cover. Oh, fuck. Cover. God, you guys, awesome content today. I was just saying.
We've got a few people who are really wanting to get GRT if you just want to do over.
Oh, yeah. On James's?
James's, yeah.
Yeah. Got it right here, loaded. Look at that, because we lost the. Listen, I'm in this with James here. I'm letting it ride. I don't have a lot of it. But. Okay, so what have I got here? I got an 8 hour. Well, you're kind of, you've broken the dominant low. So, at this point, you have to call it corrective, right? So you can't be thinking anything other than A. So process of elimination, it forces you into some sort of correction. I mean, it's sad, right? It's unusual, right, that we get that kind of a move and then we take out the low, but we do. So the whole thing, so we start over, all over, right? So you move off of this and now you put it here. Okay, what do we do? Do we have a WXY? Looks like we do. We got an A, B, C into a W. A, B, nice. Well, this is diag. Gives me, so we get an ending diag here. So I go A, B, C into an X. Let's make that bigger. Let's go minuet and put them in a brighter color. Okay, so I've got WX. Now, can I get a 3? A, right? That's pretty clear. Impulse. So I got a nice little zigzag. Oh, why are you giving me 3 counts? Oh, because you got a possible. Okay, I see it. Okay, A, clearly a 5. You're kind of forced into the expanded B here because you get this, right? So we go A, B, there's another 5, right? So often, right, the thing to do is just start going through the chart. Before you even get a count, you can just start working through it. Where are the 5s, where are the 3s? And then you just kind of stitch it together. Well, fuck, if that's a 5 and that's a 3, what are my choices here of what it could be? Where's the next 5? 1, 2, 3, that sure looks like a 4. Why, is the labeling tough? Yeah, but is it just going sideways? The trend, right? We clearly we get imbalance. Ooh, imbalance, right? Aggressive selling, stops getting hit, liquidation happening, and then all of a sudden we just go sideways. So the market goes from this point of balance, right? So we get, or you could think of it as value, right? Nice. Oh, everybody's happy here. Bulls are very unhappy, right? Bears just overwhelmed, right? Much more aggressive. And then we find a new point of balance. Now, right, you could really say that's just come down. Oh, fuck. Let's just move it over if I can. Can I do that? Now we're back in balance. That's how the market moves, right? That value, imbalance, value, right? New value zone. Oh, how do we feel about price down here? So I could be done here. If this is A and this is the B, I got a nice 5, right? It's clear as a bell. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess you can work it. I guess you got 3 there. Yeah, you do. All right, let's label it. It's not like you to not label that. All right, there it is. Now this gets a little funky. What else can you do there? You could probably put a 5 in that, but that wouldn't make any sense. This has to be corrective. So you're kind of, this is ugly. ABC, 1, 2, oh fuck, look what he's doing here, right? So this is just, he's finding a count that works, right? You can always find a count that works. So there's 1, 2, and then he's got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get that 3. Now, how does that look? Well, I've got the extra 1, 2 in there, so this really should be here. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not terrible. Well, he's making do with what's here, right? So he's getting a count on it when it's, would he have a lot of conviction in that? Probably not, right? Thus, he's giving you an alternate here. So at this point in time, we've come from this balance zone to imbalance to balance. Now we're coming out, look at the bars, right? You can always spot the imbalance, right? Just look at the big candles, right? That's a vector candle, or, you're leaving, right? When you've got a fair value gap here, right? Between come here. This and this, right? So there's a big gap, right? Did everybody get the order price they wanted? Probably not. Okay, so if this is 1, 2, I did like there. Okay, if that's 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3. Since doesn't look like it got far enough. Let's just take a look. Well, we got a 272, but that's not uncommon in an ABC. So and I'm sure he would approach it this way. Well, what's the first thing we got to do, right? We got to decide if it can hold as an impulse, because if that's 1, 2, right, that can't break. This, if it's 3, 1, 2, 7, 2, not uncommon, particularly when we're trying to turn around a massive downtrend. It's not uncommon that we can't get out of here with, we might get a diag, although this certainly looks impulsive. Impulse candle, big impulse candle, another 2 big impulse candles, right? You can see the aggression, right? Buyers are aggressive here for whatever reason. Sellers, look at the big down candles, right? It's not hard to follow, right? The flow of the market, but this has to hold. Right? If this is going to hold, so how do you tell, right? Is it ABC or 1, 2, 3? Well, you're going to have a count that would make sense, and he's flexing his Elliott skills down here, but I'm going to guess he doesn't have a huge amount of conviction in all of this. Maybe, right? Could it be? Well, it's a fucking ugly count, but it could be. So 1, 2, 3. All right, what else can we use here, right? So let's not forget any of our tools, right? So from that corner, I had 80%. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. So this is already burned, right? So this doesn't add any more value in terms of potential structure for the market. Let's look again, same thing. What else can we do, right? If this is going to be a 3, 4, well, we want this to hold. Run an 8 hour. Let's see if the 4 gives me any more detail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you could probably do it a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you can get your impulse in there. It's not gorgeous. AB doesn't look like that's quite done. Let's go to the 1. Well, what can we say with certainty here? All right, we've got a new low, right? We break the low here, so there's change of character. Lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. Do we have an ABC there? Maybe. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be done there. Could be. Might come lower, right? Market likes to play with the geometry. Let's get that down just a bit. So you got that center line. I'd work it off the top. Maybe. What's there? What else you got here? What's the volume profile look like? Okay, so we're coming into a little gap, right? So the market will do one of two things, right? It'll either hold on the edge here, and if it breaks, it'll come to where the next high volume node is, because that's where, remember, anyone trying to put on size, they're going to look over here and see, well, where can I put some size on? Well, not here. You're going to disrupt the market, but you sure could here. A little consolidation zone, right? So balance, imbalance. We got to correct it a little bit. Oh, right. Are we going? Oh, I don't know. What are we doing? Right. What's the look here? Just pull it over. Right. Is that resistance? Right. Is that resistance? Is that a supply zone? Right. You probably make a case for it. It gave you a break of structure here, so you got the last little up before we head down. So you can see it pausing here. That makes sense. You had a lot of trade volume happened here. Oh shit, come over here. 1, 2, 3. You would like that 3 to be a little bigger. So I don't. If you're in right now, I know he's in. I don't know that I'd be ready to add just yet. Why? So why do I say that? Because I'm not worried about missing the ride. If it's going to start to pop. So let's assume, right, that it plays ball, right? We get the 4, and then we get the 5. Oh shit! Could take a little more time, right? So we get the 4. We don't break the pivot. Fuck, that's got to come up. It doesn't have a lot of room before this starts to look like, uh-oh, do we have a diag or do we have an ABC? It doesn't have a lot of room. So thus, what I would do, if I was looking for the next entry, I'd confirm the 5. So I can take the ABC off the table. I mean, I suppose it still could be an A, a B, and a C. But I'm going to feel, okay, right? Even if it did that, I'm still going to get the C. If it doesn't turn into a 3, 4, 5, okay, at least I took the ride in the C. Remember, 3s and C's. I'd want that 5 to confirm. And then I'd just wait, right? Okay, you gave it to me. Let's get you off of there. You gave me the 5. Thank you. All right, so now I know where I am. I've got a strong contender. I can have more conviction, and this is a hard low. Right now, it's could be 1, 2. I wish that 3 went a little further. Right? I wish I had a 1618 there. 1272, right? For an ABC, if it's not going to be the 100, 272 is the second most common. So you're in a little bit of a holding pattern. Now, if I'm going to use, I'm almost surprised he doesn't have this up here. Something like that. Let's extend it out. When I'm going to use Elliott channeling, right, and we go down here, well, then we eliminate the impulse. Now we're thinking, oh, diag? Does it look like a diag? Whoa, you could probably squish an ABC into that. If that's the 3, right, we're looking for the 4 in a diag at the 50. Let's get this out of there. You'd be looking for it at the 50 with that as your target. Now, if we break the 1 here, then I'm definitely going to wait. Because I don't know if it's doing that, right? If this is the 3 in his alternate count, right, that this is the 4, and we're going down for the 5. If that's the case, right, bad things are happening in the alt space. Because all of them are starting to, kind of pop like this, like, oh, do we have trend changes happening? Many of them are not confirmed, with few exceptions, right? Like Ethereum, right? Looks like. But do we know? Are we there yet? We got to get that. Oh, fuck, now I lost my place. GRT, there it is. I'd wait on that. But it's a good start. Markets rarely makes it easy for you. So the other thing you could do here is just bring this over here and say, okay, well, I had this value range here. If I come back down and I don't get too far into it, another way to think of it, right? If I'm looking for a deeper retracement, I could do, I'm looking for, where's the discount zone? Right down here at the golden zone. Well, that's going to be a much harder trade to take. If I get this and I come here, right? Could it be a diag? Yeah, it could be. Can you take that trade? Tough one. Right. So if you're taking that, well, I'm just use this for my stop. One thing I'm not going to do is put my stop down here, right? That's a potential body blow. I'm not doing that, right? I'd rather take 3 little stops on the way, because the potential is if this goes into a 5 up here, right? I can put on something like that. I can get 18-1. Why would you ever do that? Oh, I just wanted to give it room to breathe, a little room to move. I don't want to get wicked out, all the shenanigans in the crypto market. So I'm just going to give it plenty of space. Don't do it. You'll regret it, right? You will, right? Here's what'll happen to you. As soon as you do that, you've made a mistake. What do we know about the market? The market has an unbelievable ability to punish mistakes. It'll do that to you. And then you'll think, oh, I don't want to get stopped out. I give it a little more room, right? It's not going to 0. I'll give it a little more room. It's not going to 0. A little more room. Right? What's happening, right? You made the mistake. Market's going to make you pay, right? You're going to learn it. I mean, you can listen to me all day long, but you really have to experience it, right? I've done it so many times, and I'm trying to help you learn from my mistakes. That's pretty much why I started Trade Devils. I've done this for a long time. I've made every mistake there is to make. So you can learn from me, or you can let the market teach you. I'm much less expensive. All right, I think we got it, Monte Crypto. We good?
Yeah.
Everybody covered? Yeah. Okay. Great. All right, guys. Great live stream. Great content from you guys, right? And I didn't do anything other than look at their content, which is spectacular. Everybody taught it back to me today. Great work. Everybody looked fantastic. Okay, guys, we'll wrap it up. I hope a few people watch underneath the video, right? So a few things. You'll find the link to for our Sonar Labs, right? If you're interested in that, save a little dough if you can. Why not? Of course, you can always join us, right? You can join us for free. Come in as a social member, right? You can start posting your own content, right? And, see if you can teach it back to us, right? Post up your chart with a little comment. That's how you learn, right? You can't be like, oh, fuck, I don't want to look stupid, right? That's not the idea. You're never going to get criticized. We're just going to guide you and say, okay, here's why that can't be that way. Per Elliott rule set, right? It takes a while to get it down. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If trading was easy, you know the rest. Okay, guys, we'll wrap it there. You guys have a terrific afternoon. You got Monte Crypto on Wednesday. I'm back on Friday, and we'll see you guys later.